Hey, Nikik here, and today I'm doing a review on the NX Standard submachine gun, the MP5 mod. The MP5 mod was gifted to me by Racist Jerk, who had some leftover NX and decided that he could gift me a gun for a day, so I figured why not try this submachine gun, because I've picked it up before and I've tried it, and I find it to be pretty fun to use. I wouldn't say it's like a gun which you should buy if you're trying to, up your KDR or anything, but if you're looking to have fun, then get this gun, try it out, It comes pre-attached with an S3 suppressor and an ACOG, and the suppressor doesn't have the sound that current submachine gun silencers have right now. It's much less low-pitched. In fact, it's actually the silencer sound from, I'm not quite sure what patch it was, but it was sometime in December when they started changing it up. So if you like the old silencer sound, or you just want to relive it, then here you go, this is a gun for you. Okay, anyways, time to start the review on the stats. Okay, so the MP5 mod damage is the weakest part of the gun. It's usually a 5-shot kill, but it can be a 6-shot kill at times at medium ranges. If you're seeking for raw power on a submachine gun, then don't get this. I'll get back to the damage later because I want to talk about it a little bit more after. The portability for a submachine gun is pretty good. It's probably about average. Not the heaviest submachine gun, but probably far from the lightest. If you run around with the MP5 mod, then you probably won't notice it being really heavy or really light either. So for the fire rate, the MP5 mod is pretty fast at firing. I don't think you'll be very disappointed with the fire rate, especially because with the recoil, pretty good. I'll talk about the recoil later, but the MP5 mod has pretty fast fire rate, probably to balance out its low damage. Now, for the accuracy. The accuracy is actually pretty good for a submachine gun. This is probably the MP5 mod's best point apart from its recoil. Next on stats say the accuracy is 67, which is actually less than that of other submachine guns like the UMP, but I don't think it's as inaccurate as the half claim. Finally, the recoil. The recoil is very low, even for a submachine gun. If you scope in with the ACOG, the recoil becomes even less than it would be if you were unscoped. This makes the MP5 mod one of my favorite guns because it's so ideal to get headshots with it just by scoping in and then aiming for the head and then maybe tap firing or spraying, doesn't really matter. The spread for the MP5 mod is very good. The first 3 shots will make it kinda spread outward a bit, the crosshair, but then after that it maintains a constant size, which is pretty small. It's really easy to control. If you can't handle the crosshair spread, then you can just scope in and it becomes, it'll even out pretty quickly from there. Okay, so those are all the stats for this MP5 mod, but I'm going to talk a bit about my personal impression of the gun overall. The MP5 mod isn't as powerful as other submachine guns or other assault rifles. It's actually really weak, one of the weakest guns in the game. I don't know how its damage compares up to a minigun, but the thing is, this gun is meant for accuracy and precision. It doesn't do very much damage per second in comparison to other submachine guns and assault rifles, and can probably easily be tanked. But regardless, I find that the accuracy and recoil kind of make this gun worthwhile. This gun can easily be used in close quarters combat because it fires so quickly, and can probably help you get lotto headshots. But when it comes to mid-ranges, you'll probably have to scope in a bit just to get the hits on the guy. But even then, the MP5 mod is very accurate. Overall, if you want to have some fun, then go and buy this gun. But if you're looking for a gun that has all-around use, then you should probably spend your money elsewhere on like an assault rifle Or if you want a submachine gun, then you may as well get an M960 or P90TR. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about was its modifications, and also maybe afterwards the stats compared to the other variants. The MP5 mod comes integrated with an S3 suppressor, which reduces muzzle flash entirely. And also, since it's integrated, it doesn't lose any damage. It also has an ACOG on it, which is quite suitable for this gun. Normally for some machine guns, I'd recommend an iTech, but for this one, the ACOG seems to make the accuracy a little bit better. If you test it out, you can find it pretty easily when you try to aim for somebody's head when you're scoped in and then firing at it. It generally tends to hit a person if you're at about a mid-range. Not far ranges, I'd say, but still pretty good for mid-ranges. For the clip, it can be changed. It starts off with 30 ammo, but you may want to put an extended magazine 1 in it to give it 40 ammo so that it's easier to use. I wouldn't recommend a fast loader on this gun because it doesn't do enough damage. If you have 24 shots in it, then you're not going to be able to kill anything in that one clip, really. Unless you go headhunting, but if you get an extended magazine 2, then it's going to take too long to reload every time you fire, which is going to be a major problem if you're going to be in close quarters combat and mid-range. Okay, now I'm going to do some comparisons between the MP5 mod and some of its variants. The MP5A4 and the MP5 mod have exactly the same stats, but the MP5 mod has an integrated S3 suppressor, which would have reduced damage on the MP5A4. Both the MP5A4 and the MP5 mod have 33 points of damage, 75 points in portability, 85 in fire rate, 67 in accuracy, and 63 in recoil. Now, between the MP5 mod and the MP5 RAS, both of them have 33 damage, 85 in fire rate, and 67 in accuracy, but the portability and recoil are different on both. The MP5 RAS has 77 points of portability, making it 2 points higher than the MP5 mod, and the recoil is 61 instead of 63 on the MP5 RAS as well, so it also has lower recoil. Also, between the two guns, the MP5 RAS has a burst firing mode, making it more accurate in terms of spread, but I still prefer the MP5 mod because its silencer, its integrated silencer, doesn't reduce damage and has a better sound than an S3 anyways. Between the MP5 mod and the NX Rare MP5 RAS Centurion, it's basically the MP5 RAS Centurion is basically the same as the MP5 RAS, except with 1 point extra rate of fire. So yeah, they're generally the same in performance. Once again, like I said at the start of the video, this is a very entertaining gun to use, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you enjoy aiming for heads, because this gun just isn't as fast at killing things at close quarters combat, which is what you need in a submachine gun. But at the very least, the silencer sound is the old silencer sound, which I find less annoying than the new one, which seems too high-pitched in my opinion. So anyways, thanks for watching the review. Thanks to Racist Jerk for gifting me the MP5 mod once again, and stay tuned for my P90TR SE montage, dedicated to the people who always accuse me of aimbotting, hacking, chattering, etc. whenever I use the P90TR SE, which is a really beast gun. Check it out. Thanks.